Hi, Jo Ramsey here, sitting beside a window with a little bit of glare on my glasses. Sorry about that. There's an air conditioner, so I can't close the blind of the window because it's one of those things that goes across, not down. Anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit today about anxiety and panic disorder because I've had a couple of experiences lately where I've tried to tell somebody I'm not able to do that, it makes me too anxious and I'm having an anxiety attack. That is a legitimate statement. But the response was, well, there's nothing to be afraid of, just do it. Why are you being such a whine ass about this? Why can't you just do it? Even if you're afraid, you should be able to just do what I ask you to do. But that's not how it works. Sometimes, yes. Sometimes if I have an anxiety attack about something, I can say, you know what, screw you anxiety, I'm doing it anyway. But that's kind of like somebody with diabetes saying, screw you blood sugar, I'm going to eat what I want to eat and you're going to stay normal. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. And people who don't have anxiety disorder or panic disorder don't understand that. And I mean, I'm not blaming them for not understanding because, you know, if I didn't live with it, I wouldn't understand it either, I don't think. But I saw something on Facebook over the weekend, and I can't remember the exact quote, but it was something like, don't think I'm weak because of my mental illness. If you had to experience a panic attack, you would be on your knees. And, you know, to some extent I agree with that. To some extent I feel like it's kind of shaming people who don't have mental illnesses, and I don't like that. But, yeah, the thing with an anxiety attack or a panic attack is it isn't just, oh, I'm afraid of that. It is a complete mental and physical thing where you've got so many thoughts swirling around in your head that you can't catch hold of any one of them. It feels like there's some black blob about to wrap itself around you and strangle you to death. You can't breathe. Your heart is either racing or missing beats. You're shaking. You might feel like your entire body is like tingling or on fire or something. It's really hard to describe, but it's not a matter of just saying, oh, there's nothing to be afraid of. Because, you know, sometimes that does work, and for some people it works. But the thing is, anxiety is not a logical thing because it is an illness. It's like trying to tell somebody with diabetes, oh, your blood sugar is fine. Just eat what you want to eat. Don't worry about it. Doesn't work that way. Because mental illnesses are illnesses. They are chemical imbalances in the brain, which is why, you know, there's medications that work. And even if it isn't caused by a chemical imbalance, it's still, it's something that the person who has it is not choosing to have. And you might see them falling apart. You might see them on their knees in tears, shaking for no reason that you can detect, and it might annoy you. You might be thinking, why are they so weak? Why are they such a whine ass? Whatever. The thing is, you don't see how long it took them to get there. You don't see how hard they fought to keep that from happening. You don't see how many times that almost happened and they were able to hold themselves together either completely or at least until they could get somewhere private. When you have anxiety disorder or panic disorder, every single day is a fight. You're at war with your own brain because your brain is telling you that all these horrible things are going to happen and you can't leave the house, or you can't go get in that car, or you can't talk to this person about this issue that you're having, or whatever. You're at war with yourself And when the people around you are looking at you and saying, you're weak, what's the matter with you, why are you acting that way, why are you afraid, why are you whining, then you're at war with them too. When you're at war, you need to have somebody fighting on your side. You really do. Even if it's just one person. I'm unbelievably fortunate because I have 3 or 4 people around me who do completely understand what an anxiety attack is. They haven't experienced it necessarily. Well, one of them has, but the others haven't necessarily experienced anxiety attacks themselves, so they don't understand it from that level, but they understand that it's not something I'm choosing, and they understand because they've seen how hard I fight to keep from getting to that point. So they know that when I'm at that point, I need them to put their arms around me and say, it's okay, you're safe, or to take me out of the situation somewhere private where I can cry and get it out and then pull myself together and go back into the situation, because that's usually what I do. I am usually too stubborn to completely leave. If I have an anxiety attack at a party, I'll probably go into the bathroom and break down and cry my eyes out for a few minutes, and then I say, screw this, I'm at a party, I want to have fun. Anxiety, go bleep yourself. Not that that works. Don't get me wrong, because I did just say it's not a choice, and it isn't. But people who have anxiety disorder or panic disorder are some of the strongest, most stubborn, hardest fighting people you'll ever meet, because, like I said, you're at war with yourself constantly. You are at war with yourself, and you are at war with the people who don't understand or don't accept that you're not choosing this. So I guess what I want to say is, if you have anxiety disorder or panic disorder, I really hope you're getting help, professional help, or some kind of objective help. I also hope you have people around you who are helping you. And if you don't have help, please reach out. There are hotlines, there are, there's got to be a counseling center, there's a hospital, your primary care doctor might be able to help you. Don't be afraid, don't be ashamed to say, I have this problem and I can't handle it by myself. Everybody, whether they have mental illnesses or not, everybody has problems they can't handle by themselves. It's nothing to be ashamed of. If you have a friend or a family member or a loved one who has anxiety disorder or panic disorder, please try to be understanding, or an acquaintance or a coworker or whatever. Point being, if you know somebody who has anxiety disorder, you see somebody having an anxiety attack or saying they feel anxious, please just try to understand. Please give a shot at saying to them, I don't know what you're dealing with, but I get that it's hard for you. How can I help? Those are the I really seriously just had to count. Those are the 4 most important words that you'll ever say to somebody with a mental illness. How can I help? Don't assume that you know what they need. Don't assume that they'll necessarily be able to answer your question, but ask them. Ask them, how can I help? Y'all might know I'm a member of a band called Dichotomous. My guitarist and I came up with a song at one point called Anxiety Attack, and it wasn't supposed to be that, but it was supposed to be for promoting one of my other pen name books. And when he played it for me, I said, the main character of this has PTSD and has anxiety attacks, and this song is what personally my brain goes through. This is what my brain sounds like on an anxiety attack. So I'm going to put that song at the end of this video, because it really gave him, he doesn't have anxiety disorder, but when I told him that, it really put a light bulb on for him as for what I'm going through when I have an anxiety attack, because he had seen me have them. So I hope it might help you understand. if you have anxiety and you hear this song and you think, hey, yeah, that really does it, you know, feel free to have people listen to it. But yeah, just ask for help, be kind, be understanding, be kind and understanding to yourself too. And here's the song, and I'll see you next week.